Lucas, second straight game where you guys pretty well outplayed your opponent in a crucial game against the Eastern Conference team. This time you didn't come away with any points. What's the feeling inside the locker room after that game?
We're disappointed. We played so well for the majority of the game. And when you give away 2 disappointing goals against the run of play, and you have to come back and fight back against a team that's just sitting in their box, it's tough. They play here. They know how to play here. They held a good block, and it's tough when you have the ball, you're putting pressure, and they're just sitting deep. It'd be a completely different game if we stayed up 1-0 and we just dominated the game. They'd have to step out, create spaces, and we probably would have put a couple more past them. But when they're up, they're able to just sit there. And it's hard to pick teams apart that are like that.
We go next to John Molinaro.
Thanks, Nick. Hi, Luke. Can you kind of break down what happened on the second Miami goal? Was it just sort of a defensive lapse? Like, what exactly happened there? It seemed like they caught you a little bit off guard.
I'm sure you've seen it better than me. All I can say is it shouldn't go ahead.
Perfect. We'll go next to James Grossi.
Thanks, Nick. Hey, Lucas. I think you sort of touched on this a little bit, but you guys responded well to that first goal, and that second one before halftime is a bit of a backbreaker. What was some of the conversation in the locker room at halftime to get you guys back out there for the second half?
Just keep playing how we were playing. Keeping the ball in their half. Stay high. Don't let them when they do get it. Don't let them sort of try and run and counter, get behind us. Which I think we did a pretty good job in the second half. But keep putting pressure, keep creating chances, running behind. I think the ref should have given us a few, but that's how it goes.
We'll go next to Anthony Carey.
How did it feel to go up against your former teammate in Alejandro Pozuelo?
I'm sure for other guys it was a little bit different. For me, I didn't play so long with him, but of course it's always nice to see people that you played against. Familiar faces is always a great feeling. You always wish them, even though they're not on your team, you wish them well. You hope they're doing well, and we know what kind of a player he is. He's a great player, so it's nice to see him, for sure, regardless of what team he's on.
We go back to Buffalo next.
Thanks, Nick. Lucas, as a center back, do you guys say anything to your goalkeeper after that first goal? Or what do you usually do when your goalkeeper lets in a goal that...
This is sports. This is sports. Mistakes happen. They're going to happen at every single level, everywhere around the world. And, everybody's going to make a mistake at some point in their career, at some point during a game. So we just say head up, keep going. We have your back no matter what happens. Obviously, we don't want it to happen, but it's going to happen as part of sport. So we have his back and we keep going. That's all it is.
And for our final question, unless we have more hands raised, we'll go back to James Grossi.
Lucas, this is a second disappointing result of the week. How do you guys shake this one off and sort of focus on Charlotte coming up next weekend?
Every single game that we have coming up is just game by game. Every game is big to get into the playoffs. Every game matters. Every point matters. And as soon as the game is done, that game's done. We're on to the next game. We're not thinking 4 games ahead. We're thinking the next game. And that's what the mentality is, no matter the result. It's game by game.